Hey bitch, and welcome back to me talking about people I hate. If you are also interested in sitting down with me on a regular basis and talking about people I hate, then I would definitely recommend subscribing because girl, we have a lot to talk about. This video I am going to ask people to share because it's super important that this message gets out there. This is a legitimate crisis, not only for humans, but also for animals. I will not be showing any graphic content in this video, but we are going to be talking about animal deaths in detail, so viewer discretion is advised.
China is threatening the world population of donkeys. Demand for a spurious health product made from boiled donkey hide means the animals could become endangered.
Before we go ahead and jump right into the video, obviously the only company that's going to sponsor this video is my own, so a massive thank you to Link Equestrian for sponsoring this video. If you guys don't know, I come out with my own animal activist and equine activist apparel, so that link is below if you're interested in picking up any of our designs. I would greatly appreciate it because it supports me making these videos. Moreover, let's just go ahead and get right into it because this video is crazy.
These donkeys are killed for ejiao, a type of gelatin made by boiling their skin. Despite a warning from China's official National Health and Family Planning Commission, donkey abattoirs were built in countries like Kenya to respond to China's demand.
I have known about the donkey crisis for a while, however, I have not wanted to sit down and make a video because it seemed like there was a lot of progress being made surrounding the donkey crisis, and all of that has basically just gone to shit over the last few weeks. If you are unfamiliar, donkeys are becoming the #1 top smuggled animal in the world. They are slowly but surely, not slowly, but surely becoming endangered, and it's not funny, I don't know why I just laughed, it's just sad.
Each month, Sophie Rue prepares herself a cup of ejiao, drinks, cakes, pills. There are many ways to consume this substance, made out of gelatin from donkeys. Sophie doesn't like the taste, but since it's a high-end product, it's good to be seen drinking it.
So these 4.8 million donkeys are slaughtered every single year for what's called ejiao, and it is part of traditional Chinese medicine that is believed to help people with a ton of different things. Allegedly, none of this is actually proven. There are so many other forms of medicine that do not involve these animal parts that you can use that are actually proven to work and be effective.
Because of the demand, the Chinese donkey population has been halved, falling by over 5 million in the last 25 years.
Now, one would ask, oh my god, why is this happening? Why is this not illegal? Well, it is illegal. Matter of fact, in a myriad of different countries, it is illegal to smuggle donkeys and donkey skins in or out of the country, but it happens anyway. Obviously, when there's a demand, there's always going to be people smuggling the donkeys to get them to that demand and make a profit. This epidemic is so bad that 11 million donkeys were reported to be in China in 1992. Now, the Chinese donkey population has been completely decimated. China only has nearly 2 million donkeys left, meaning that the ejiao industry, in order to stay alive and sustain themselves, they have resorted to smuggling donkey skins in from across the world. And there's even places like Amazon, which is the biggest supplier, and other websites that supply these and you can purchase them online.
E-commerce is rapidly growing in China, and when you look on the internet, you can sell all sorts of ejiao products.
The Donkey Sanctuary and the Brook Charity have done a really good job of highlighting these issues, as well as PETA has come out with a few videos that's been great, even though I'm not the biggest fan of PETA. I would highly suggest that before we go any further, everybody do their own research on this topic because it's so important to stay informed and up to date, especially given that this is an ongoing issue and there are currently laws fluctuating around determining the future of so many families and donkeys across the world, mostly in countries in Africa where there are families that live their day-to-day lives relying on these donkeys, which is what the Brook Charity is all about. It's sad, I know, and it's super fucked up.
So the industry has sought another source. They found it more than 9,000 kilometers from the office of the nutritionist in Africa. The continent has become a major supplier. Since 2016, 3 specialized slaughterhouses have opened in Kenya. They're all Chinese-owned. The trade has become a problem for farmers who need donkeys for agricultural work. Thefts are multiplying. Gerald has had to rent his neighbor's donkey.
Once donkeys are stolen away from their families, they are placed on transport trucks that are incredibly crowded, and there's no incentive for the smugglers to take good care of them, supply them with food, water, fresh air, a clean living environment. There's no incentive for them to do this. These smugglers don't get paid anything for keeping the donkeys alive. They get paid for the skins. So they don't give a fuck if these donkeys die on the journey, meaning that these donkeys are crowded, living in horrible, horrendous conditions. They are suffering so badly.
Did they die on the way here?
Yeah.
They die on the way here?
Yeah. Because of injection in the lorry.
Many mares that are in the late stages of their pregnancy with young foals and sick and injured donkeys enter the trade as well. They do not discriminate against which donkeys they steal. I mean, this is literally the definition of suffering in silence, and I can't show any photos of this because it's really, really bad. Donkeys die from dehydration, starvation, and there's even an incentive for the smugglers to let the donkeys die a miserable death because A, they would lose money by feeding them and giving them good quality water, but B, the slaughterhouses charge them a fee to actually slaughter the animals, which they don't want to pay. So they would so much rather the donkeys just die on their own, and many donkeys, I think around 20% of the smuggled donkeys die on the journey. That's how bad it is. That's an incredibly high number.
This donkey couldn't stand up after being unloaded from the lorry.
Once the donkeys actually get to the slaughterhouses, most often they are held in these pens, confined in these pens for days with no food or water, and most of them starve and die at that point as well. Not only does the global trade have severe implications for the donkeys themselves, but it also has an impact on the world's most vulnerable communities. These donkeys are most often taken away from families that completely depend on them for gathering water, taking their kids to school. The vast majority of these families that are suffering from these donkeys being stolen are families that are literally living below the poverty line. How fucked up are you that you would not only steal an animal and give it such miserable living conditions and have it die on the journey, but also that you are literally stealing from people who are already suffering, who are already just trying to get by and just trying to survive. It's not even living at that point, it's just surviving, and you're taking away the one thing that these people have that they depend on to literally live. An estimated 500 million people are affected. For these people, the donkey trade has a catastrophic impact on their local economy, on their day-to-day lives, and on their communities and families. Just stop selling it. Just stop selling it. Simple solution. Stop buying it, stop selling it. I personally think that people who sell this product, aka Amazon being one of the biggest exports, should be held responsible. Matter of fact, there is a petition that I'm going to link below, run by the Brook Charity, about Amazon and having them take the product off their website, which I absolutely think should happen since this is contributing to the global slaughter of an entire species. And this is not a necessity. Do not buy Edgiao. Educate people on what it is and the problems surrounding it, and make sure that you hold people who sell it and websites that distribute it accountable. It brings me a little bit of hope and solace that the actual Edgiao industry has been looking into artificially grown Edgiao that is synthesized. It seems like the Chinese industry is already trying to resolve this problem and stop using real donkey skins and just use the artificial ones that they're creating. But even still, we need to completely stop the production and the sale of real Edgiao. It should not be allowed. I will link all of the links and resources that you will need down below to educate yourself further on this topic. And also do your own research. Again, I was not allowed to show a lot of the graphic footage in this video, which I think is essential for people to really grasp and understand the magnitude of this issue. But otherwise, thank you so much again to Link Equestrian for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much for joining me today on Saturday, you guys. If you are unfamiliar, I am posting videos every Wednesday and Saturday, so be sure to subscribe if you want to stay tuned for more, as well as thank you so much to everybody for all your support on my new series, which is Unsolved and Unkempt, where I talk about stolen animal stories, trying to get them reunited back in their homes or trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. And I also started a TikTok account where I will be posting shorts, and I will also be judging other people on TikTok, obviously, like we know me. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and joining me today, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.